Their promise, scores of legislators left House business back in Kenya to accompany Deputy President William Ruto during the opening of his trial here in The Hague. Earlier on, we caught up with some of them, and as we found out, they have no apologies to make for being here. Nearly 2 years after the case against him was confirmed by pre-trial chamber number 2, Deputy President William Ruto's historic date with the trial judges at the International Criminal Court was finally here.
What are your expectations today?
The Deputy President arrived at the ICC shortly before 9 a.m. Hague local time, accompanied by his wife Rachel and the Kenyan ambassador to the Netherlands.
What do you think about it?
Local and international camera crews jostled to get the best shot of the first ever sitting deputy president to be tried here. And not even the persistent questions by members of the press would prompt the deputy president to betray his feelings ahead of his date with the judges.
Just one comment for you. You've got a message for your supporters. A message for your supporters.
Ruto's co-accused radio journalist Joshua Arap Sang, who celebrated his 38th birthday on the eve of the start of the trial, arrived moments later. The arrival of the two was preceded by that of legal teams. William Ruto's lead counsel, Karim Khan, was among the first of Ruto's team of 6 lawyers to arrive.
We're ready. We're looking forward to the start of the trial, and not long for you all to wait.
But it was Kenyan members of parliament who kept the usually quiet front entrance of the court busy. The MPs who travelled to The Hague in support of the deputy president arrived 1 hour before the scheduled start of the trial. They camped at the front entrance waiting for their man.
Kesi pia inahusu sisi wote kama wa Kenya.
We are confident that he has no problem because the highest court is the vote of the Kenyan people, and the Kenyan people voted.
We've come to give moral support to our leaders.
We are here to see what the court is going to do. All that a suspect or an accused person is supposed to do is to present himself to court.
In violation of Article 718.
And after the first 4 hours of proceedings, Trial Chamber 5A took a lunch break. The Deputy President left the courtroom for his lunch break, but still, he was saying nothing to the press. But members of parliament who had filled the public gallery of the court emerged from the opening session, and they were more vocal.
We are leaving at the end of the weekend. Another batch of members of parliament will come, and we'll be at The Hague as long as the case is continuing.
The MPs are in The Hague as their colleagues back home undergo an important induction course. But Duale says this is worth missing everything for.
Oh, this is more of a state matter than the induction of the members of parliament. Right.
Now, earlier on this afternoon, before the court adjourned the day's sittings, there was the clearest indication that perhaps the trial will be adjourned tomorrow until next Tuesday to allow the prosecution to prepare its witnesses. And in the last 2 hours also, a communication from the office of the Deputy President indicating that William Ruto will travel back to Kenya tomorrow night to arrive in Kenya on Thursday morning. But also that communication indicating that Ruto will then travel back to The Hague on Monday next week in time for the resumption of trial on Tuesday, but that is if the prosecutor will apply and be granted an adjournment by the case. We will keep an eye on things for you from this end, and tomorrow we'll see how things play out in court. For now, I hand things back to you, Ben, in Nairobi.